is what creates the disbalance and what creates opportunities for the sweeps. If you're gonna stop and have to restart your movement, your sweeps, and just general anything is gonna be a lot less effective. So you have to keep moving, and I suggest that you count. So that if you watch here, I have to keep moving, because if I stop moving, his weight's gonna settle, and it's gonna be way harder to get an object to move. What is it? Motion. That's why I do Jiu-Jitsu and then you do. Exactly. Yeah. Object rest in motion. That. Look here, right here. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So everything is based on movement. If you don't keep moving, he's gonna have time to settle his weight. Oftentimes what happens in spider guard is that as you're lifting this arm up, they're gonna bring that arm down so that they don't get swept to their right or my left. But we have a solution for that. So here, 1, 2, 3. As I get this arm up, I get this way and I get the lasso right here. Okay? From here, I'm still gonna extend this right leg. And I have two options. I can either set up lasso sweeps, or I'm going to bring this leg out, put it right back on his hip, and still go back to the same sweep. That's one option. Or I'm going to let him go into a pass, and we're going to do a lasso sweep. And for those of you who saw the web rolling with Andre, web caught him with a fantastic lasso sweep as he let Andre pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, maybe 12, maybe 13, 14, 15. Okay. But you see the whole movement process. So what I want you guys to think is this. Whenever you're doing lasso and you have one foot in the bicep, the other foot is going to, spider, the opposite leg has an opportunity to be a lasso if you get tilted on this side of the spider. 2, 3, 4. Because if my hips go this way, I have spider. But maybe I chose to move my hips this way, and then I put in the lasso here. Maybe I went this way here and put it this side. Maybe I went here and put in a triangle. Okay? So spider, lasso. My right foot goes to his hip, not to the floor. To his hip, and my elbow goes to my knee. So that now he starts passing. Pass, 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 pass right here, and I frame his hip to make it simple. I straighten out my leg to the ceiling, pull my toes back, because now his arm is wrapped around my leg. My right elbow is at the hip, and I'm gonna move my hip underneath it. I'm gonna lift my hip once, and my left leg is out. And you get to here. And then you can roll the hips, do all that stuff, and then you can get to here. So we're gonna start with the lasso. If you have a good lasso, there's no passo. See what I did there? 1, 2, and I'm just gonna shift my hips to the right now. I can use my arm to create space. For a good lasso, I want to push this through, and my left hand locks his arm to my left hip. So that whenever I move my leg forward, back, he moves with me. I don't want this. Okay, this is loose, this is no bueno. This is in Canada. Here. So I can tilt him that way. My right foot, this is belt line. Yes, he starts passing it. And grab the knee right here. Or I can frame the hip here. I like the knee. What happens here is that there's this tendency to think you have a pass. And he's gonna wanna get his chest flat as my leg straightens. But if you notice, he can't pull that right arm out. And if I force his weight that way, he will shoulder roll. But I need to move this leg out of the way. So as I lift my hip, I bend that knee. And then I wanna maybe get here. is what we did yesterday. Okay? So you're gonna get the lasso and you're gonna let him pass it. For those of you who are just starting, you can just start right here. Left hip, spider. Right hip, lasso, and you're gonna pull. This is very important. This back of your hand attached to your hip is everything, because his defense for lasso is to make a fist, and he's gonna loop it around my leg and pull it out without my fingers, and that will hurt. Here, so that I can move here. My right foot goes to his hip. I force him to pass here. Yes, I get control of his knee. He wants to get chest to chest because he wants to pass. Yes, he passes here. My right foot moves my hip in. Under him. Under. Lift the hip. Bend that knee. And then, you were here last night. Alright. Now you're going to be on your right side, you're going to be doing the lasso. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Get the lasso, let him pass it.